picks in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select
This year, the NFL Draft was held in Nashville, Tennessee, home of the Tennessee Titans. This year, it was a lot more open to the public.
They held it right in the middle of downtown Nashville on Broadway Street, outdoor stage and everything, and just allowed everyone to pile in there. And so we packed up our bags and took off for Nashville.
So the plan was to head to Nashville Thursday, catch the first overall pick of the first round, and head back home Saturday after the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant, was made. So with that in mind, we got ready and made the trip from Dahlonega, Georgia to Nashville, Tennessee.
So about 2 hours into the trip, we crossed the Tennessee state line, and officially we're in Tennessee. The first big city you come into is Chattanooga. It's right across the line. By that time, we were getting pretty hungry, and so we decided, hey, let's make a detour and see what Chattanooga has to offer. By way of food, mostly, was our intentions. But then we got a little sidetracked.
As we headed down Ridgeway Boulevard, we noticed a stadium that was home to UT Chattanooga, where they played the football games, and we learned that it was also home to Chattanooga F.C. of the National Premier Soccer League, or the NPSL.
Which I didn't even know existed at the time. Turns out I later fell in love with them, but more on that later.
And as we were walking around the stadium, getting to look at Chattanooga, we discovered a hockey rink. There was no ice on the hockey rink, which I was severely disappointed. Before we left for Chattanooga, I threw on an Atlanta Thrashers jersey at the gas station.
Rip.
So Atlanta Thrashers, iceless hockey rink, and it was on.
And thus, the Journeymen Challenge was born.
Two hours later. if I save this, it's over. But if you make it, we're still going.
After the epic hockey game, we grabbed a bite to eat and headed on up to Nashville. We actually went on to our hotel about 20 or so minutes away.
Doors didn't lock in the hotel. More to come on that very shortly. So we ended up just putting our stuff back in the car and making the drive back to Nashville. Journeymen update, walking in downtown Nashville, headed to the 2019 draft.
So we've already been to the gates one time. Had to go back because they wouldn't actually let us take cameras in or a tripod or any equipment. Didn't want to ditch that, so we made the long trek back to our car.
But we're back, NFL draft, about to start in an hour, and we are headed towards a sea of people. Stay tuned.
And man, was there a sea of people. Just can't really even move. Roger Goodell eventually said that there was 200,000 people. They kind of kept changing it.
After multiple attendance changes, it started off at 150,000 and like 175.
They just kept bumping it up, and by the end of the night, there was 200,000. We got as far up as we could get, which wasn't
Not far at all.
It wasn't that close. You know? But so we did end up getting a pretty good view of a couple celebrities. We weren't that close to, but it seemed like we were.
So on a bar to the right of us on the rooftop was first Patrick Mahomes and then Taylor Swift. So we were pretty close to them. They were right in our line of vision.
Basically, she stole the show once again and
For
showed
a
up.
mediocre single, but didn't even slap.
So then when the draft before it actually started, it started raining, of course. The one time they actually planned to do the draft outside, it starts raining. And so we're staying out there in the rain. No one's leaving. We thought we'd get to move up a little closer, but that didn't work out. So with no let up in the rain or the attendance of the crowd, the time had now come for Roger Goodell to come out and announce the first overall pick.
First pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray.
Most people expected the Cardinals to do. It was kind of a big sigh of relief for Cardinals fans. So after the first pick and a couple picks after that, the rain really didn't stop. So we left Broadway and headed to Bridgestone Arena, home of the Nashville Predators.
We just happened to stumble across that and find out that they were showing the draft live in there, and so we thought, hey, good opportunity for a watch party.
Journeymen NFL Draft, update number 2. 155,000 people here at night.
Just two of them. So we did our best.
We stood as long as we could, but now we're in Bridgestone Arena, home of the Nashville Predators, getting some good barbecue.
Barbecue and mac and cheese right here. We made it about 5 picks. We did our civic duty and booed Roger Goodell, so
Good start to the draft.
What else can you ask for?
So after seeing the first overall pick, all attention basically shifted to our favorite teams. The Indianapolis Colts for me.
And the Falcons for me.
The Atlanta Falcons select Chris Lindstrom, guard, Boston College.
Kind of came out of nowhere. We'll see though how the offense pans out. Not under Steve Sarkisian anymore, under Derek
cutter, but came out of nowhere. No one really expected that at all. Was thinking Greedy Williams is going to join the Falcons being on the board still, but we'll see how Chris Lindstrom does in Atlanta.
Oh, man. So we wait here all night just to hear. So I didn't even realize that the Colts draft pick was so late. So then they were supposed to have the 26th pick, and then they traded away to go down into the second round. So now they have 2 second-round picks, and we never do much, it seems like, as far as flashy stuff, but somehow we ended up there last year, so I don't know. Trust the process, I guess. So after the Colts' anticlimactic non-pick, I guess, we were kind of getting bored of the whole watching the draft thing, and so we ended up just deciding to go kind of walk around and see what else is going on.
We thought at the time both our teams were done with their picks, with the Colts trading it away and my beloved Falcons drafting offensive linemen, but we walked out of the NFL shop in Nashville to a little bit of a surprise.
With the 31st pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Caleb McGarry, tackle, Washington.
Came out of nowhere. We were in the store and we came out and we learned the Falcons had another first-round pick. Still didn't help the quarterback situation, but hey, 2 first-round picks, you can't hurt.
So draft day 1 ended, so we headed back to our cars where we lost it for a while, but eventually we made our way to the car and began going back to Goodlettsville to our hotel.
Once we made it back to the hotel, they still did not fix our door like they said that they would. So I kind of just locked it the best I could with the ironing board.
Engineering skills.
And so after getting the door locked, we turned in for the night because we had a big day, day 2 of the draft, the next day coming up.
Journeymen update, draft day 2. We're at Nissan Stadium, home of the Titans, to see the GOAT himself, Stephen A. Smith.
It was a brief 4-hour sleep last night. We went to bed about 3 a.m. after working on everything after the big night of festivities. So we're back early this morning.
Day 2, early start.
Day 2.
Out of first take filming with Stephen A. Smith.
And Will Kane and Max, I guess. But
got these cool first take cups. Always good to get some.
We got to see the GOAT, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, I got to see Stephen A. Smith have some hot takes, which is always a good thing to see on TV and even better live.
Also, there was Eddie George, Brian Clark, some other guy I don't remember.
In the midst of some Twitter beef with Antonio Brown.
It's the big news out of draft day. Besides the Giants blowing it.
Yes, Daniel Jones was the topic of conversation.
Everybody is all upset about Daniel Jones. Poor guy.
So
I hope he does well.
Draft getting ready. People are starting to get here for the day's festivities. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we're going to check out the NFL experience later, and so we'll let you know how that goes. Right now, hopefully we can find our car.
We got ready and we headed out back to Broadway for day 2 of the NFL draft, and this time we got ourselves a little closer to the stage than the day before.
So day 2 of the draft is kind of known as like a more fun day. You know, retired players come out and announce their picks and stuff. And so the 2 guys that the Colts trotted out to announce picks, and then they actually had some pretty solid picks. I mean, day 2 was where the Colts really won the draft, I feel like, especially with Reggie Wayne.
Please welcome from the University of Miami, 6-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl 41 champion, and 2011 Colts Man of the Year, Reggie Wayne.
Putting all y'all AFC South teams on notice.
back. We are back. I know you're not born. Come on, Tennessee. Y'all done played the coast 20 times in 10 years and you done won 3 games. Stop. Listen. With the 34th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Brock Yasin, DB Temple. Let's go.
15 picks later.
You straight? You good? Alright, because I got clips. I got heat. Alright. With the 49th pick of the 2019 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Ben Banagoo, linebacker, TCU. Let's go,
I mean, I've never heard of him, but
So we made sure to stick around for the Tennessee Titans selection because, like the Colts, in day one they didn't have a pick, so we wanted to be sure and check the home team's reaction.
1995 Heisman Trophy winner, 1996 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, 4-time Pro Bowler, and local legend, Eddie George. Tighten up.
The Tennessee Titans select A.J. Brown, wide receiver, Ole Miss.
NFL Draft, round 2, leaving the watch party at Broadway, heading to Nissan Stadium to see what's going on over there.
hoping to see Mina Kimes maybe.
Yeah, hopefully see Mina, the goat, one of the goats.
One of the goats. There's so many goats these days, it's kind of hard to keep track. It's like a big goat farm here in Nashville right now. But anyway, so I'm wearing my Arizona Rob Gronkowski jersey in honor of his second round pick back when he was picked. I'm pretty sure he was the 46th pick, which the Colts did have. Then they traded away so that way they could not get Greedy Williams, because that would have been really cool, I guess. And
Selected by the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, as far as my Colts reaction goes, Reggie Wayne seemed really excited about both picks. And I know he was probably getting paid to be excited about both picks. But if Reggie Wayne's excited, I'm sure Reggie Wayne has my best interests at heart. And if he's excited, I'm excited. Because he knows what's best for the Colts. Way more than I do.
And the Falcons, not any action so far today. Rumors of them trading up, but nothing yet after trading up yesterday. But Greedy Williams coming off the board, hurts the Birds secondary, but we'll see what happens. So heading to Nissan Stadium, stay tuned. Got through walking around Nissan Stadium, made it to the draft experience where we got some free Tostitos.
We did not find Mina Kimes.
Not find Mina
the
Kimes.
Tostitos Cantina. We knew so we actually found them originally at the Super Bowl when we were there during Super Bowl week. It's pretty cool. We got to meet Torrey Holt and Matt Ryan. So we knew that once we heard that they were going to be back here again, that we should check it out. And if nothing else, you get free chips.
Free Tostitos, nothing wrong with it. But draft's still going on, so third round coming up soon.
Josh Rosen just got traded.
Yes, Josh Rosen just got traded to the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, to the Dolphins.
Yeah, so saw it coming, but still big news out of Arizona and Miami. Journeymen Update Challenge Edition. We were walking around the fan experience and we found this air challenge thing. Don't know what it is, but you throw a football, so we're gonna do it.
Getting ready, folks. He's getting ready. Now he's got a fan base. Row number 1. I think that's an air ball. Foul ball. Row number 2. Zinger.
another loss. Journeyman challenge update after Jake just took his second L of the trip of 2 days. He's 0-2, 1 loss every day.
So what happened? I wind up, do the Tim Tebow come down and then throw, and that's why Tim Tebow's not in the league anymore.
Why he's not in the league ever.
I pretty much bounced it before it even got there. Rough night for me, but I'll come back tomorrow, I'm sure.
Undefeated, 2-0.
Never lost.
Never lost, Lavar. Field goal kick.
We found the field goal.
We found the field goal. We can have a 10, 20, or a 30-yard attempt.
I think it's just 10 or 20.
So just 10 or 20. After we did a Hail Mary challenge, neither of us got that one.
I did hit Aaron Donald.
He did hit Aaron Donald with
the deepest
an
defender.
8-year-old size ball.
Oh, yeah, that's the ball.
Look at the draw. He got
Oh!
Field goal kick challenge, 10 or 20 yards. Drew 2, Jake nothing for the challenges, but let's see if he can draw one back here at the field goal. Journeymen challenge update. We did the field goal thing.
You sound disappointed, Drew. What happened?
Jake won. I did kill it though, but Jake sent it through the uprights.
It was a little wide left. I've been watching tons of videos of Adam Vinatieri my whole life. So, of course, I know how to kick a 20-yard field goal. Just missed the 30-yarder, the bonus kick, or I gotta totally redeem myself with a bonus point.
But
Can't win them all.
score remains 2-1 in favor of Drew. After a day filled with Journeyman challenges, we left the festivities of Nashville, Tennessee and headed back to Goodlettsville to get ready for the third and final day of the NFL Draft. Day 3 of the draft, leaving the Magnuson Hotel in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, home of the 2012 Little League American World Series champions. The hotel experience was a little sketchy. The door didn't lock, and the cleaning lady, when she came in to clean the room, she took our personal soap. So when we checked out, we had to go back and get the soap. But there was a little bit of a language barrier and some confusion as to what I was saying when I wanted the soap back. But we got the soap, and we're headed to Nashville for the last day of the draft. Day 3 of the draft. There's a marathon going on today in Nashville.
Who knew?
So half the roads are closed, so we had to park pretty far away from Broadway where everything's going on today.
We actually parked in front of someone's house. Don't know
Yep.
if that's legal
So-
or if it's ethical, but it's free.
But it's
And that's
free.
what we're about.
So on the way to the draft stuff, day 3.
It's a big day today. The Falcons have
Seven picks today.
Colts have 6. They have 2 in each of the first 2 rounds.
And I'm wearing a Giants jersey to celebrate, so it's a good day.
Day 3, we were able to get close. The closest that we got to the stage all weekend. There was the least amount of people, I guess, watching, and so we were able to get pretty close.
Just left the Heisman house at the draft. Got some free stuff, which is always good.
Nice quality t-shirts.
Quality t-shirt, not
Got
like
it.
the cheap stuff.
Got a picture with the actual Heisman Trophy. That's probably not the actual Heisman Trophy, and the actual Tim Tebow, which isn't the actual Tim Tebow. So, a bunch of fakes.
We tried to take in as much of Nashville and the draft as we could, as we knew we were leaving pretty soon after. While the original plans were to stay for all 254 picks and see Mr. Irrelevant at the end, on Thursday on the way up, we did find out about Chattanooga F.C. and they had a game that night, and so we definitely wanted to check that out.
So we were getting ready to leave the NFL draft, and we turned a corner and saw ESPN's coverage of the NFL draft, and within that coverage was none other than the GOAT herself, Mina Kimes, and Jake's eyes lit up like King's Landing. I don't know. That was dumb. I don't know. It's silly with Game of Thrones. I think it blew up or something.
Anyway, I'm in love with Mina Kimes. Sorry, Rachel.
That.
Daniel Jones not day one.
Do you think Daniel Jones plays this season?
Basically just kind of lost it there for a second. It was kind of crazy. She was doing her job like always.
Good at her job.
Yeah, very good. Giving the most extensive draft coverage. She's also talking about Chipper Jones randomly and how he follows her on Twitter, being local Braves fans. That was good too. So seeing Mina Kimes was the perfect exclamation point to a great weekend at the draft, and so we took that momentum out to find my next newest love, Chattanooga F.C.
To the draft, we stopped at Chattanooga, and sorry, there was a chance. And we noticed that there was a soccer game Saturday that we may or may not make, and we made it.
Barely.
Barely. We missed the first half, but we're here, Chattanooga FC against AFC Mobile in the National Premier Soccer League.
The first ever actual game, live action athletes going on of our Journeymen tenure.
Yes, the first ever will always be Chattanooga FC and AFC Mobile. 4-0 in the 50th minute for the home team, so it's been a little bit of a beatdown. We haven't seen a goal yet. They were all in the first half.
The atmosphere here seems pretty great. Just imagine your local high school football team, except for they're good, kind of, and people care. We got chants and stuff.
Good organization.
Good passion. You could actually end up buying a stake in the team.
Yes, if you want to own a soccer team, Chattanooga FC is looking for owners.
June 1st, so you have to have at least $125. We'll keep you updated on whether we decide to make the plunge or not. But until then, check out this game atmosphere.
So on the sports side of it, on the field, Chattanooga won 9-0. Could have been like 12.
The most dominant force I've ever seen. Let's just call it what it is. The most dominant force in all sports.
But off the field,
they're also very dominant.
So,
greatest rivalry ever, apparently. I mean, I think this was the first installment, but it's the moon pie belt. They gave away
free moon pies. We got 5 moon pies.
This is incredible. Chattanooga, you've done well.
Supporter section, good stuff. Moon pie, man of the match with free moon pies. Definitely not the last time in Chattanooga for a Chattanooga FC game.
Great atmosphere in Chattanooga. The Chattahooligans were there. Just a nice surprise taking in, because I mean, we just want to take in as much sports as we can. And so honestly, I just never even wanted to leave.
But all good things must come to an end, so we unfortunately had to leave Chattanooga and head back home to Dahlonega.
Altogether, the trip had to be considered a success. Got to take in the draft. There was tons of winners and losers there, and we even got to check out a bonus soccer game on the way back. We finally did arrive safely back at home, and thus ended our first trip as Journeymen.
Thank you for following along this journey to the 2019 NFL Draft. If you like this journey, please follow us on Twitter and subscribe to us on YouTube, as we'll have many more journeys coming very soon and on the way.
And remember, the Journeymen are always undefeated.
Never lost.
Boom! Alright, we did it. Just so good at this.